Whoa. Stinks like pure rotten eggs. I've only gone and bagged myself a Donald Trump bar. I do not want to slip and land in all this. The Laugavegur Trail, one of the most famous long distance hikes in the world, stretching through Iceland's remote Highlands. It's a journey across a land shaped by fire and ice. Over the next few days I'll be hiking through volcanic deserts, colourful vistas and steaming geothermal valleys. There'll be river crossings and breathtaking views. I'll be carrying camping meals along the route, tasting the local food, passing mountain huts and spending every night in my tent. This is Iceland at its best, and I'm taking you along for the adventure. Yes people, welcome back to another video. Look at this We have not seen landscapes like this on the channel before. So we are in Iceland. Get in man, what a country. And we are going to be taking on the Laugavegur Trail. So today's mission is only about 14 or 15 miles long. So it's just a nice steady one. We're not going to be gunning it on this trail. We're just going to be taking our time and enjoying the beautiful views. I've not long been dropped off by the coach and I've just left Landmannalauga. Because I'm only literally like half a mile off at start at trail and 2 coaches full of people all got off at the same time to start the trail. It's been really busy for recording and that. So I'm just trying to keep a steady pace where I've got a decent gap in front from the people and a decent gap from those that are following. And I've got myself a new little toy, look. Well, I say new, it's second hand and it's quite a few years old and a few models old as well. But it's new to me and it'll be the first time that I've ever used anything other than my iPhone for navigating. So far so good. I did want to test it before I set off, but I didn't really have much time to get out on a hike. But it seems simple enough. I've just imported my GPX file that I would have used on my phone anyway, and I just follow it on the watch instead. And is it me, or does this genuinely not look real? It looks like a bloody pastel painting or something. Honestly, it just looks really smooth and strange, the colours. Doesn't look real, that. I'm a little bit peckish already, to be fair. And you know how we're fueling this next little section? I've only gone and bagged myself a Donald Trump bar. I'm not sure what it is. I just like the name of it, so I grabbed it. And I kind of wish I hadn't now. Right then, so I am over 2 miles in so far, and my first impressions, obviously the scenery is unreal. Can you just see that backdrop? That's literally behind me. Honestly, next level innit? But it's been far too busy for me. There's just so many crowds of people, and obviously I get it, I am part of those crowds, but still, when you try to film and that, it's just not ideal. You feel like a little bit of a plonker doing the old, let's put the camera down and walk past it, and then people are thinking, that mush over there has forgot his camera, and then I spin round and go back and get it, and they're like, ah yeah, one of them ones is it? But that's what needs to be done when you want to film out here. So I've got my first view of snow in the distance. Don't know where you can see that on this action camera, but I'm glad it's starting to open up now. That's better now, I can't see any other people. apart from those that are at top of that mountain over there. Nice bit of solitude, that's what we're here for. So I'm guessing we look for the markers with the blue on, although there looks to be a bit of red on there, so I'm not sure. Stinks like pure rotten eggs, all that shit down there. That is naughty, that. Can we have a 360 view of all this? Look at all that. Whew. Next level. That is mint, that. So there is a hut about 6.5 miles in, and you can apparently camp around this hut. But then there's also a hut about 13 miles in. So I'm just going to decide, once I get to this first hut, because it's a bit late on in day from setting off, I'm going to see what time it is when I get there and then make a decision whether to bash on to the second hut. I've not booked anything, so I'm hoping I'm just going to be able to rock up with my tent and take it from there. I'm sure we'll be fine. As long as we've got everything we need, the final location isn't that important for me today. Oh shit, this is a bit of a dipper, innit? So yeah, we are following the blue markers. There's one there, and you can see the other side of that little valley. There's another one. And apologies for talking with my mouth full. Whoa, 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 whoa! This is what I could have done with bringing my trekking poles. And some boots for that matter. I do not want to slip and land in all this. It's like bloody clay. Oh. That there, you can see where the snow's all melting, rushing down. And we've got snow over there as well. So we're going to pull back a bit. There's the sign, there's the camera. We're going to keep it cool and we're going to walk past. Ready? Go. So I've got the shot that I needed and now we can carry on. I've just found a water filter, a Hydra Pack something or other with the straw and that, right in the middle of the path. I didn't know whether to leave it or not, but I've picked it up. Because we're only a few miles off this first hut, I'm just going to take it to the first hut and leave it where the water station is, if there's a water station, if you know what I'm saying. Usually there is in these kind of huts, from what I've read. And then hopefully whoever's lost it will be reunited with it. Oh, this first little bit of snow. Someone's having a right bong down there. Proper little smoky number that, innit? Like my bedroom back in there. And I don't want to jinx it, even though I probably am right now by even mentioning it. But how lucky have we got with the weather so far? Lovely visibility. There is a few clouds, it's not clear blue skies, but there's no complaints from me. Temperature's spot on as well. And now we're up on this sort of open section, a little bit higher. There's some nice breeze coming through, which is very welcoming. We're only 1.1 mile off of the first hut, and I'll be able to dash this then. Whoa, tripping up on that because I'm looking at camera. But yeah, if we come away with doing this entire trail without any rain, then I will be very lucky, because the forecast, it's not looking great. I don't actually know what website to look at. I looked at a few different ones, and yeah, it just looks cloudy and rainy. But it said that today as well, and luckily so far we ain't had a drop. Oh, this is awful, man. Passed away in a blizzard, so close to the safe hut nearby, yet so far at only 25 years old. Obviously you can't say for certain, but literally 0.8 miles away from the hut, which could have potentially been life-saving. Hey up, this is where things look like they're about to get interesting. Looks to me like we're gonna have to walk across that big patch of snow there. Well, can't be too far away from this hut. That's the first hut right there. Well, there's that little tin can, and then there's that well-built little number down there. So apparently you're allowed to camp at these areas. These are designated camping areas. And can you see all those like stone circles that people have made? That is where you stick your tent, in one of those circles, which is pretty cool. You can see people setting up already. And the best thing about these areas, in my opinion, is... Oh, hey up. First bikes that I've seen on trail, they shoot me up then. Yeah, what I was saying is the best thing about these designated camping areas, IMO, is you can pitch up nice and early. So you can just stick your tent up and just chill out. You don't have to be like discreet out at work pitching up right late, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all this, but I'm not even staying here anyway because it's only 2:30. So I'm just going to crack on to the next hut and take it from there. So that's where we are now, at this one, and then we're heading all the way down here, and it says on here length 12 kilometers, average duration 4 to 5 hours. Well, if it says 4 to 5 hours, then we best get a bloody move on then, aren't we? But there's no way I'll be doing 12 kilometers in 5 hours. Surely it's got to be a lot less than that, but you never know. Oh, it is tempting though, to be honest, especially when you've seen people pitching the tent about to relax for the evening. But nah, we've got a few more miles to do. And yeah, there were taps in that hut with drinking water. So I've been literally carting water about for no reason. I've got 1.5 litre, don't know which side it's on, that side, yeah, I've got 1.5 litre on there, 750 in here. 750 in here. So I've been carrying 3 kilos of water around with me, and I've only drunk 750 ml so far, which I have just replaced in that bathroom. Wow, look at green on that. I have never seen green like that before in person. Looks bloody toxic. Looks fake. Like some gunge or something. That is next level greenery, that. Yeah, look at that. You can get a good perspective of just how deep that snow is there. That's a couple of feet there, 3 foot or something. 3-4 foot maybe. Yeah, I'm saying about chest height, that. Oh, getting dust in my shoes, man. Where's my gaiters at? Solid as a rock though, but as you can see there, look, it's about to collapse. as it's all melting. Yeah, it's these bits that slow you down. Big valley there, look. Down and up, really steep. And there's another one here, look. There's this post. You can see all them people down there. And then we've got another post up there at the top. So many of these up and downs. Chances of me not ending up on my arse are really slim. We're deciding which way to go up, but yeah, that looks the best way to me. Straight across. Stay away from that snow. Can you see where it's going to collapse if someone stands on it? There's a big massive hole running through the middle of that. I'll film this just in case I do fall. It's really slippy, man. No, we're alright, we've done it. We've done it. So far anyway. Right, sketchy that. Look what they're walking over. That's about to give way, that. I'm sure it'll be strong enough because it's a few feet thick and that, but just when you see the big hole underneath, looks well sketchy. Look, she's nervous there. Rightly so. I'm running across me, I think. It's fucking slippy. Wow. So I've passed quite a fair few fellow hikers on this trail so far. Most of the people that I've spoken to seem American. But then again, even the people from Iceland, unless it were just the dude from Domino's last night, his English had a very strong American kind of accent. Is that the case round here? I hadn't heard anyone from Bradford anyway, put it that way. Here goes. Don't want wet feet. Not this early into the hike. Oh yeah, smash that. Straight across. Buzzing. Yeah, look, I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen, but we're heading straight up there and then to the right, and then you can see a load of people on the top there. I'm not sure what it'll look like once we get closer, but it's looking like they've got one hell of a climb on the horizon. Yeah, this is looking a bit next level now. So when you cross this little snow bit and then go along there, I think you can just see path cutting into mountainside and then up to the top. Whoa, so many rocks in my shoes. You know what I mean? How are you getting up here? The path's there. There appears to be a big section missing here, John. So we get the outside there. That's it. We're up now. Oof. Getting there now. So we just come all the way down there and then across that bit of snow. Oh no, where did we come from? Over there, wasn't it? Yeah, where that marker was, along there, past that snow, and then we just got to carry on going up. There's always one, isn't there? On every trip. We'll try that again, shall we? Time for another little snack. I've gone for a soft protein bar, salted peanut caramel, Bear Bells, 16 grams of protein, no added sugar. That'll do. It's got to be better than that Donald Trump bar, hasn't it? I don't know. No, it's alright that. Nice. A bit like a Snickers but without the crunch of the peanuts. Very much like a Snickers. Oh wow, look at that view that's just opened up. So this is why shit stinks of rotten eggs round here, man. I should have done a little bit of research. The distinct rotten egg smell common in Iceland is due to the presence of sulphur, a natural byproduct of geothermal activity. So when we've got these hot springs here with all steam and that, and hot water spurting out, it's that what's giving off that disgusting, I'll be honest, that is awful, that smell. It stinks like fucking rotten eggs, man. Grim. But yeah, so if you're drinking from water and you can smell that, whoa, that's enough to put me off, is that, to be honest. I don't like eggs best of time, only when they're on a fry up, and very occasionally. I'm not a big eggy guy, me, but oh man, getting right side drift from it, man. So many ups and downs, bro. We've got to go all the way up here now. See, there's people up there, there's a rate crew. We could do with overtaking them before we get to this next little hut. Because if all those guys are planning on camping, there won't be much room left for my Stiker. She takes up some room, she's a big girl. Ah shit, here we go again. Yeah, it's alright. Steady away, that one. Don't want eggy feet landing in this water. See, you're getting a back draft of it there, look. You can see it coming straight out of ground. Smoke, and it's warm. You can feel the heat. Proper natural hot springs and that. Oh no, look at them clouds heading this way, black as arses, man. That ain't good. I'm sweating as it is, let alone without having to put my waterproof on. We've nearly caught these up. Happy days. Holy smokes, every time you get to a new little section the view just opens up and just reveals itself. That looks amazing, all of it. Look at that waterfall, or whatever it is, going down there. That looks mint. That water there that you can see, the hut that we're heading to is next to that water. And according to my map, that is only 3 miles away. Here we are, let's wake Joe up here, see what crack is. So that hut that we were at earlier was 6.7 kilometres away, and the one we're going to is 5.3 kilometres away. Álftavatn and Álftavatn. Basically it's hut 1 and hut 2 to me. And we're going to hut 2. Yes. We've caught up with them. And we're now going to swiftly overtake them. I'd love to stand on that rock there and get a photo, but there's a big queue. That is epic, that though. I can see the huts. I'll try get a zoom in on this thing in post-production. Get a zoom in on that please, boss. But right in the middle of the screen there, you can just see some buildings. That is where we're heading. It does look a fair hike from all the way back here, but it won't take long. Yeah, this is my kind of terrain. This is the sort of stuff I'm used to back home. All this nice rocky business. Love it. Sounds a bit violent, doesn't it? I love pond bears, me. Look at that for a view. Look what we've got here then. Hello, hello, hello. A good old classic Lake District cairn, that. If I've ever seen one. That's the first one I've seen on this trail. Oof. That is the knee-breaking descent we've just done. So I think we're more or less level now with the hut. We just need to carry on for approximately 1.5 mile. Oh no, we don't have to cross this bugger, do we? I think we do. I can see all these lot with towels and that out. Luckily I came prepared for this, so I've got some different little shoes to put on while I'm crossing, and I've gone for my seal skins as well, because if I can actually keep my feet dry, then I can just slap my socks straight back on. I don't have to mess about drying my feet off. We'll see anyway. Question is, how cold is it going to be? I bet this isn't no hot spring, is it? I'd say that was very successful, considering my feet are still dry and I didn't fall in. Oh, it's class. It's a good trail, this, you know. Oh my days, I have hit the jackpot. I don't know why I asked for 5 instead of 6, but I didn't realise there were in packs of 6. I just thought, how many cans of Pepsi Max do I fancy? 5, definitely. So I've paid for camping, no idea how much it cost, no idea how much these Pepsi Max costs. To be honest, I ain't got a clue how much anything's cost so far until I check my bank afterwards. I am up to date with all currency conversion and that. So it said to me I can camp pretty much anywhere in this area. So let's go find a nice spot, hopefully on some grass. We don't want any popping firmrests tonight, do we? Well, it said to me, just try not to cross the river. So I've gone all the way up to the river. Most of the tents are up there. The hut's are right mission away if I need toilet. I didn't think of that, did I? But I think I'm just going to go here, you know. Looks an alright spot, and there's some rocks there if I need to put them on my guy lines or out in case that wind gets up. But we should be cushed here. It looks an alright spot to me, and I can't hear everyone chatting and that. There we are, all pitched up in the Hilliberg Stiker. What a beast. Iceland, mate. We're actually in Iceland, pitched up with some epic, sick views. That is mint. Right, I want to get in this tent, get warmed up because it's getting a bit chilly now. I've stopped hiking and it's quite a windy, exposed area. Luckily we've got the tent that can manage it. I'm going to get all this gear inside the tent and I'm going to sink a can of Pepsi Max, and that'll be up there with one of the highlights of today, I reckon. That feeling. I was thinking earlier, stop thinking about stuff you can't have. And I was thinking I'd love a can of fizzy pop, and then when I seen them on counter in there, I was like, 5 of them please. Cheers mate, thanks boss. Oh yes. This is quality. Let's get in here, see how wet it is on the inside. Nah, not too bad, that's alright, I can live with that. Let's see if we can get a little bit of charge going on this camera from the little solar panel that I've got, because that sun should be out for a good few hours yet. Hopefully it doesn't go behind them clouds anytime soon. Set that up there like that. It's not bad, isn't that? Sun's there, but it is due to go behind those clouds in the next 15 minutes, which is a bit of a bummer. But let's see, you never know. I'm actually pretty frigged now, to be honest. Let's get this can open. I thought they were bigger than normal then, but they're not, they're just skinny. Still 330ml. I can't put it into words. Just how refreshing that is after a day's hiking. Right then, I think it's time to get some tea on, you know. So I've got loads of munch in this bag. This bag weighs a ton. The quicker I start getting through all this crap, the better. So I'm going to get my meals and decide which one to have. It doesn't help that none of them are dehydrated. That's why they weigh so much. So I've got... Bloody hell, how many of these have I got? The bag weighs a ton without all them. Looks like we need to start eating. So I've got... Shall I go through all these meals? Or should we just wait and see? Nah, we'll wait and see. You'll have to wait till next one and then I can show you. But I'm thinking... I'm just going to eat what the heaviest is, but I think they're all 300 grams. Yeah, they're all 300 grams. So, on that note, I think I'm going to eat... Let's have a look. I'm going to go for halal chicken jalfrezi with chickpeas and rice. And this ran out of date. Oh shit. This, yeah. The best before on this is August 2024. So it's a year past its best. Let's hope it still tastes alright, eh? And then for pudding, I'm going to have a chocolate brownie, which also is out of date. Well, best before end of November 2024. So hopefully they still taste nice. Obviously they'll be fine to eat. Best before is best before, innit? And if not, tough titty. Imagine they give it wrong gas. I ain't even checked. What an idiot. I bought this on bus station once I got to Reykjavik. Now I just need to find my stove, which should be in here. There it is. The beast. So this is one of them ones. I do have the option to just go wash this out. So I'm tempted to just squeeze all that in there and cook it. But the other option is to just heat in boiling water for 10 minutes. So all you do is just fold this up, get this full of hot boiling water. Don't do that. But these are simple enough. All you've got to do is just fold that up, put it inside your pot, fill it with boiling water. Well, fill it with water, boil that water, and then just let it simmer for 10 minutes or so, and that's usually good to go. So that is what I'm going to do right now. Oh, I'll tell you what I did bring with me, which I never use, and hopefully it works and I don't make a fool of myself. Let's have a look. Shit. How do you use it? Yo! Guess what else I've got as well, just to make this absolutely boss nass? A load of sachets of mayo. Squeeze one of them into the meal, just to give it a little bit of extra flavour. I might even squeeze 2 of them. I'm going to squeeze 2 of them into the meal. Let's get this bad boy in here. Halal chicken jalfrezi. That's going to be banging. Squeeze that in there. Good job I ain't got my biggie smalls out, innit? Got my own little geothermic pool going on here. Oh! That should be done. Let's have a look. Oh, it's going to take 2 hands, it's going to take 2 hands. Pop you down there a minute. Oh! Ow! Shit! Right, should we turn her off? Let's turn that off. Right, this will be the test. Is it hot all the way through? Do you know what else I didn't bring either, and I should have done? My long-handled spork. Well, I suppose I can just rip this halfway down, can I? Right, that'll do anyway. Ah! It's bloody red hot is what it is. Right. Give this a little stir, and I can pretty much already tell by the fact it's steaming and burning my fingers that it's going to be cooked through. Yeah, it's red hot. Oh, in fact, while that water's still hot, let's turn that on a little bit. I need to be quicker with this. I'm wasting gas. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, I'm gonna get that brownie in there, melt it a bit. You don't need to, but it'll be nice to know it. That is actually quite nice. Saves a year out of date. Sorry, I'm aware that that stove noise will be really loud right next to the camera. Oh, game changer that. So much more creamy now. Well, I'm going to crack on and enjoy this halal chicken jalfrezi with chickpeas and rice. And chill out and watch something for a little bit.
If you go for one of those, it'll sound like they're filming an episode of Bonanza under the bonnet.